All right, folks. You are in the right location. This is just Pierre that wants to feel himself for a little bit. So, he's about to speak Spanish. Crazy stuff. Hola, chicos, chicas. Bienvenidos a Historiolisis. Estoy acompañado por mi amigo Christian. Me llamo Pierre, pero en las calles de Puerto Viejo, las mujeres me llamaron chocolate dulce. Café con un poquito leche. El Terminator. Hombre de mi sueño, hombre de mi vida. Papi. Fue una historia diferente con los chicos. Me llamaron la pesadilla de Costa Rica. La pesadilla de mi hermano, de mi amigo, de mi papá. Mi peor pesadilla. I'm almost done. La debilidad de mi novia, de mi esposa, de mi hermana, de mi mamá. Shit. Christian, I spent 1 week in Costa Rica and I don't know how to act.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Fine, thank you. I wish I were a bird.
You're gonna nail that at some point, Christian.
At some point.
You're gonna nail that. You know what? I'm not gonna translate any of the shit I just said. If you speak Spanish, you get it. If you don't, is what it is. But, Christian, it hit me now. Whatever country we travel to, moving forward, we need to do the introduction on when we come back in the maiden language or main language of said country. just I'm gonna make that a tradition, and it sucks because I've been around. If I thought about this, I could have done at least 3 to 4 intros in different languages. But moving forward, I think we should do that, Christian.
Alright, if you can make it work, if you can make a bit out of it, sure.
It's just an intro, not the whole episode. just the intro. It's crazy stuff. And I don't know if I told you. It hit me the other day. The next boys trip will be in Morocco. Like that's
yes.
Oh, I've already told you. Cool. Okay, great. So it is what it is. And I think the main language in Morocco is French, Christian. So.
You're gonna be right at home.
Yeah. So l'introduction sera très facile à traduire. Très facile. Which means basically yes. The introduction will be easy to translate.
He's just flexing now.
Some crazy shit. But anyway. Top did enough talking. They came for story analysis. Let's give him story analysis. So we're done with our shit.
Sounds good to me.
Right, so let's fucking do it. And this is episode 15, Christian. Are we in the right one?
Smell what the rock is cooking.
Can you smell what the rock is cooking?
Because it smells like trouble.
It smells like trouble. We're still in the 29th year. Same year, but it's all good. It's not by the year, like I mentioned, and I think you second. It's by the different locations that they're traveling, so it's pretty good. They're moving, so we don't have to do the math. Great. Someone asked, "Hey, how long y'all been traveling together?" And Friend's like, "Yeah, I've been traveling with Frieren for about 4 years," and Stark's like, "Yeah, it's been a year since I've been rolling with these 2 chicks." so great. They give us the years. It is what it is.
Also. Yeah. Were you gonna touch on when he says there's something this party's missing? Because that line got me excited. This little dialogue. Because that's like that's like the author saying, we might get more than just the original party. Might get a thief. Might get a cook. Who knows? And as a One Piece fan, I'm thrilled in that direction.
Interesting.
Because that's like all of One Piece. You just pick up new main characters as you go
that have various perpendicular backgrounds to each other that are just gelling well.
And their various roles that they play too. Yeah.
It's like Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a bunch of people
very much so.
Interesting.
Slow horses. What was Avengers Endgame, right? That epic, like, holy shit, there's
when they were all
these different...
Yeah.
Yep. That's One Piece, like, all the time.
That's One Piece all the time.
All the time. Characters who you, like, what the fuck? You were only around for, like, 5 minutes in episode 300, and now in episode 900, you're this big of a deal? But in a good way? Like, holy shit, the seeds were planted that long ago? Like, I love One Piece. I love it so much. Love it so much. I
might just start it. Nah, Christian, I don't have time. I don't have time. I barely have time to do this.
They are remaking it in a way that's much more condensed. So
they heard prayers of the wannabe fans who just didn't feel like starting. No, but still, for something to be going for that long and to still have this strong of a fan base, like this is better than. Well, I don't know. I was gonna say this is better than Grey's Anatomy, but I don't know if either of these fan bases. I still hear of them, but I don't know them. But yeah, for One Piece, I hear for a continuing story who's been there for so long and people didn't fall off.
One Piece is approaching like Dragon Ball Z levels of universality, right? Because Dragon Ball everybody knows about that name, right? Like even our parents, even grandparents, everybody for the most part like knows about Dragon Ball, and One Piece is like approaching that status, I think, especially because of the Netflix TV show. Now way more Americans, and I guess people around the world really, have been introduced to the idea of One Piece, and even just the idea of anime through the live action One Piece.
Okay.
So it's becoming a very household name.
I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's
And
cool. That's cool.
You know, I've given you the spiel before, but I know you would like it because it has every show that I have shown you, and even every show that you have shown me, every movie that we've talked about, all the things that were like unique to each movie and made them so great and that we loved, it's all in One Piece.
Shit.
Like all of it. I think the only thing that it doesn't have is like, oh no, I was gonna say horror aspect, but there's also horror aspects in One Piece. So like every genre, everything is in One Piece. It's just insane.
Wow.
That's why it's so long, because like there's so much it covers, and it does it in a way where it always makes sense. Even in the beginning, where things are like, why is that happening? There's an answer like 800 episodes later that's intentional. It's not like, oh, okay, I'm just now thinking of an answer 800 episodes later. It's like in episode 100, I was 30 steps ahead, and I'm just now strategically gonna tell you things that illuminate mysteries in the beginning of the story. It's insane. But anyway, that's just to like change the topic back. For a lot of these, because Frieren is sharing a lot of things from One Piece. Like we were just talking about how different characters are being added to our crew. Not that it's like a One Piece exclusive thing, but like I'm sure it inspired it in some way.
I mean, yeah, if it's the like grand poobah of anime 101 making success recipe thing. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these later writers took something from it to branch out and make their own anime.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Cool.
I mean, Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Naruto, these are like they've really set the foundation for modern anime.
Okay. Fuck. Where were we? How can we segue back in? What were we talking about before I left? Yeah. So they get to the village. Again, Christian, what you mentioned last episode. Well, that I second and agreed with you and shit, that there are limitations, that the writers are giving us explanations that, hey, flying is new to us. I can't do this shit. Frieren again get to this village and see, oh shit, it's a curse.
Yes.
Boy asked Stark, what is a curse? Go ahead, Christian. Go ahead. Take it away, Christian.
Well, because this is another great way to support what I was saying before about like how this power system is math, basically, right? And you think I should repeat like what I said just to give context? Because people might not like listen to the previous episode. What do you think?
That is true. Yeah. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. And every time you say it, you shorten it anyway. It just the explanation keep getting shorter and still makes sense.
All right, I'll shorten it. My whole take on the power system is equating it to math. So, and I'm just going to give a short summary for those who haven't listened to me say it before. But during a battle as a mage, you have to formulate a polynomial equation in your head with variables and numbers. And the variables in the equation are the factors at play in the battle, like spacing between you and your opponent, the terrain, the weather, etc. And then the longer the calculation, the more complex the spell, and the quicker you can solve an equation, the quicker you can fire off spells. So curses would be like looking at trigonometry or derivatives when you only know how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. Like it's a whole another subfield. But then what's interesting is now they introduce the magic of the goddess. And this is different than regular magic, right? So using my analogy of math, I'd say that the magic of the goddess is like Babylonian mathematics or Roman numerals or Egyptian fractions. This is a flavor of math that's used by other cultures in different eras. So if you were to like type in Babylonian mathematics or Egyptian fractions, you would see symbols that they used to do similar things to what our maths are doing. These languages might be able to express things that our current maths can't. So it's a great way to build off my analogy about the magic system being math, because it like now there's like this branch that's still tangential to math, but it's different. And it's great because the magic of the goddess is still, tangential to the other form of magic, but it's a different kind that even someone like Frieren, if you're a math genius, that doesn't necessarily mean you'll know how to work with Egyptian or Babylonian mathematics, right? So still going strong with this analogy, and I've seen the show, so I know it's only going to get even stronger, supported by what happens next. So it's great. I love it. Love it.
I live for these things. Well, I live for a bunch of things. But yeah, when it comes to storytelling, I love that aspect. Yeah, like it showed that we mentioned this before, sure. Like homework has been done. Like the author knows that his or her audience, writer know that his or her audience might be curious. So for that reason, like I'll have an old head give you a quick reasoning behind why this is the way it is, and it's a reason that makes sense because this is still something. Yeah, go ahead.
And you know because this whole math thing, this might not even be how the author is envisioning the power system, but it's just a testament to how strong of a base the power system is, because you can have these different interpretations of it.
Yes.
Because I mean, you could probably, I know even Nen, there's in Hunter x Hunter, there are moments where math is being used, like slight spoilers for Hunter x Hunter, but you remember when Gon was fighting Knuckle, and Knuckle has like proof of debt.
Knuckle, was that one of the pirates? Not pirates, one of the guys on that field?
It was,
Or was
one
it
of the
tournament?
guys. No, it was one of the guys who went into the Ant King's palace. He had like this pompadour. Yeah, and his power was like hitting somebody with a fist, and then they would owe him a debt, and the more they couldn't pay off the debt, the stronger he got. I think it was something like that.
Shit.
But when he was,
that's so cool.
yeah, like when he was explaining his power to Gon, he was using a whole bunch of different math. He was using math like formulas, and he was saying that your maximum aura output, or your MOP, is calculated with this equation, with these factors and these variables involved. So math, if your power system can fit nicely into mathematics, which is the fundamental, that is what makes up our reality, right? Everything can be boiled down to math at the end of the day. So if your power system fits within that, it's just a testament to how grounded and reasonable and practical your system is, because it fits with the real world practicality of math, which you could say math is our modern magic too. Like that, if you can harness math to its fullest potential, and I think its potential is infinite, really, but if you can, and magic in this world would be infinite, right? So it's like math is allowing us to do things like having a screen where we can create worlds in it, right? If you took a video game back to like ancient times and you showed them that, they would call that magic. They'd call that witchcraft. So we are working with magic. It's just, it's not as fantastical as what we're seeing in shows.
And spells are like equations, literally. Like they're just
Yeah.
spells are I understand, because they take like different variables that she puts together and to have an output, which is the result. Well, that makes sense. I can see it. I love that the religious aspect, how, you know, it was like when she explained that, you know, well, the magic of the goddess, no, it's much stronger. It's holy scriptures, which is a whole different beast that I don't understand that thing, but only people who are born with a knack for it can get it. Like, as in, it's just such an exclusive group. It's such a basically you have to be chosen, pretty much. Just to see they kind of pedestalize it, if that's a verb for pedestal. But yeah, it's like, it's just to show you, like, not anyone can just be like, oh, let me learn. Like, you can learn to be a mage, how I'm teaching Fern, but when it comes to be like a priest using the magic of the goddess, it needs to be a calling. Like it needs to be something you were born to do, which the brother of Sign told us. Like, yeah, I'm a priest, he's a priest, but he's a different kind. He was just born with that shit.
Well, it's like within that exclusivity, you have even more of an exclusive person in Sign. It's like exclusive within exclusive within exclusive.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you got to be. It's crazy. I like that. I like that aspect a lot. Like, because it calls for such a narrow, like, road. You know, it calls to follow the path of the road less traveled. Like, minus the vices of Hyder, like, you could tell, like, Homeboy had a bunch of higher moral ground that he needed to uphold to. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, English is not my first language, but
as proven by the intro.
By the intro. I'm telling you, man. You spend 1 week in Costa Rica, bro. You don't know how to act, bro. You can't take black people anywhere. Okay, I'm kidding. You can't take Pierre anywhere. I can't generalize the whole fucking group.
You know, I'm starting to learn Japanese.
Woo! You did that in one of the intros. You did that in one of the intros, and I fucked it up. I'm so sorry because I was so shocked. I kept interrupting you, and I know it. I would just shut up and just let you finish. Yes, Christian, you need to do that again. I remember. It was sick. It was sick.
Well, I just started learning Japanese. Like literally, I just started taking it a little more seriously like last week. Or is it? Yeah, like last week. So I downloaded this app. I'm ready.
I was thinking about how. Oh, this is another tangent, but like how dynamic, like how different, like we are, like you and I, like we share this. We like good stories. We like to extrapolate things, but like even our professional careers, right? Like I am a business major who works for a tech company. You are a tech major who works for a business company, in a way. So it's like it's wild, man. It's some crazy shit.
Well, I mean, is that the only difference that comes to mind?
No, it's not that. It's just the fact that it's so on a scholar and professional career level, like we're so opposite both times. Like we swap over both times. It's some crazy shit, man.
Life is funny sometimes.
Life really is fucking funny sometimes. But for real though, Frieren, for real. Enough talking. They came for Frieren, let's keep giving them Frieren. Yeah, it's no, it was pretty sick. It was I like that aspect. I like that they show you that this not everyone has that. And of course, as they're approaching the core, the source of the spell, it's only growing stronger because they're getting to the core. So the weaker folks start to drop. Actually, now weaker is like, I guess the less experienced folks is what I'll say. I don't know if it's a weakness thing. Because Stark dropped, fell asleep. Like Fern dropped, fell asleep. Frieren make it to the end, bro. Frieren make it to the end. I was like, she's falling asleep with her last words, man. Jesus. Like, I'm falling asleep. Just wake me up. And I promise I'll defeat it. Woof. Great. Again, Christian.
Who would have thought that'd be such a powerful setup comment?
The confidence that this woman has. Well, it's not even confidence. Like, homegirl, she's seen it all. Confidence. She earned that too. Because she's not cocky at all. Not once. Like, homegirl was fucking, standing and said, I'm better than all of you guys. I love that about her. Because you think for someone with that attitude, with that, like, lack of emotion, you're supposed to come off as, like, pretentious. Because if you think someone's autistic, well, from the autistic shows that I've watched, like The Good Doctor, or even like, I don't know if Sheldon might be on the spectrum somewhere. Yeah, I think Sheldon might have been. Big Bang Theory. Like these people, unfortunately, they don't transfer emotional cues well. So for that reason, when someone can think, oh, you're being pretentious, you're being arrogant, they just don't know how to regulate their emotions and convey them in a way that is like applicable or amicable to other human beings. So she has every reason to be obnoxious and off and weird and pretentious looking when she's not, because she just doesn't know about emotion. She's not that emotional. Her emotional IQ is very low. But for her to still be humble, knowing everything she knows, let Fern talk to her how Fern wants to. I'm going to be upset. Ooh, okay. Don't make me yell at you. Okay. If you bring out this potion, I will drop it on you. Okay. That's some crazy shit. I love that about her. I really do. No, Frieren is the GOAT. Like you mentioned, the magnitude of this demon fits the description of a demon king. It's just like, this is so hard to beat. Like, not only it has tentacles, but it mirrors and reflects the magic you throw at it. Do you know how hard of an opponent that is? Just like, oof, and the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Like movement. Yo, my boy, pull up the Bible. Or if that's what it was, the Holy Scripture.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Have you ever watched Yu-Gi-Oh?
I have, but it's been a while. I mean, I remember when they used like the
cards.
Right, but because there's two versions. There's one where there's like a monitor in front of them, and then there's one where there's like this handheld
in
gadget.
Their hand. Yes.
But I don't think they ever had like a book, right?
No, it wasn't a book. It's the fact that he extended his arm, touched a book, and then aim it at the flower-looking giant. In Yu-Gi-Oh, the thing that's in their arm, they touch it, pick out a card, and direct it toward their opponent, and say the name of the card as they're doing it. I used to watch Yu-Gi-Oh, so I remember this. Yes, with the handheld device. He's not wearing an handheld device. He pulled out a book.
Wait, I'm surprised you watch Yu-Gi-Oh. That's an anime. You know that, right?
Yeah, in Haiti, people are just bored sometimes. No, I'm kidding. Yu-Gi-Oh was great. I loved Yu-Gi-Oh. I collected cards at some point.
Me too. I wanted to get back because there's like this mobile game on the phone where you could play Yu-Gi-Oh, but like I completely forgot the rules, and I don't think I have it in me to rewatch the whole show just to remember.
No, you sick.
Yeah.
I loved Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, man, that was the era with like Digimon, Pokemon,
Yeah.
Beyblade. I don't know if you know what that is.
I don't know what that is. It sounds
It's like
salacious. Blade.
It's like this little spin top where you'd rip it, and then like your opponent would also rip it, and then they would spin and then clash against each other. It was interesting.
Nah, it was sick. That's what it took me back to, and it was hella nostalgic. I was like, that is cute. Oh man, that fight was so intense. Like, should I wake her up? I can't wake her up because she doesn't know. It's only 5 seconds. I'm gonna have to explain.
Yeah, built trust.
We have to build trust. The flashbacks are on point for this show, man.
You know what I'm starting to pin down, like why the writing hits as hard as it does. It's because it addresses things that not other like many shows are willing to address. You know, like the fact that you need to build trust and then wrap that idea in a very intense moment. It's Frieren does things like that, like a little like these are things that other shows could easily do, but they haven't because I guess the author hasn't thought of it. But yeah, it's just Frieren does this a lot, which makes it so great to watch. It's like very fresh ideas that no one else is really touching on in a very easily digestible way, like Frieren is. Really cool.
No, and they do that pretty well. So far it's really nicely done. Like letting flashbacks explain a current present situation or bring a solution to a current situation is such a beautiful way to tell a story. Like fragments that make sense across past and present. This is, I told you, Slumdog Millionaire, which gives me strong vibes of Slumdog Millionaire. That's how Homeboy won, Jamal, by fucking triggering these terrible flashbacks of crazy shit he went through in his past. But yeah, it's some wild shit. Oof. Like, she won't know. And that flashback you just mentioned, right? Like, Hyter was telling a young him with, I think, his friend, not his brother. The friend that went to the friend. Yeah, it's the friend, because his brother was already old. I don't remember when Hyter came and talked to his brother in the previous episodes. He was still a kid. So that kid next to him, listening to Hyter, is that friend that left for the adventure that has been gone for 7 years. Sign. Yeah. So yeah, it's Frieren, like, we couldn't. She was bad at a mutual understanding or trust. So I decided to trust her words. Oh, and she just does it. You have to hit her car. Got it. Oh shit.
Couldn't even finish.
Woo! She finished that off smoothly, man.
And the song choice made the scene like way more intense too, because it was already intense.
It was already intense.
Man, that like what is this woman's voice? It's like tribalistic. like damn! Every time I hear it, I'm like, oh my god, you're giving me chills. I'm getting chills every time.
It's wild. It's wild, man. I love that scene. It was pretty sick. Everyone got back up, man. The curse is gone. They were able to lift it. The old lady from the village, that's a cougar. That's a mom. That's a MILF. It was like, bro.
Yo, she just looked like she looked like she was in her 20s. That's the old women in this world.
That was a mature woman.
I didn't see any wrinkles.
I didn't see wrinkles too, but she gave you that motherly. No, man. Again, I'll say it before. I'll say it again. I'm not into that hentai shit, but I can see it.
We all can.
Oh my goodness! Imagine by the time we finish with Frieren, I'm a full-on hentai addict.
A lot more people can resonate with this feeling than you'd probably think. Like, a lot of people, their first-time crushes are animated characters, cartoon characters, because that's what we grew up with as kids.
Wait, I can see Mikasa. I can see some guys and girls.
You remember what's the movie, Space Jam, with Michael Jordan and like the animated
the bunnies.
You remember Lola Bunny? Do you remember Lola Bunny?
Okay, I'm gonna Google that. Christian, please tell me you weren't a part of that crew, because that's just
foul. Space Jam. Space Jam?
No, Christian. Space Jam I understand, but a fucking bunny is what I'm talking about.
Like furries? No. What I'm saying is like no. But what I'm saying, like what I'm saying is many people, like, they thought Lola Bunny was hot.
Oh,
because like she has these very womanly characteristics as a kid, like, mind you, right?
Oh,
like, as a kid,
okay.
Yeah, like if you Google Lola Bunny, if you took off the head and just looked at and took off like the feet,
I can see it.
right?
I can
Yeah.
see it.
So, but
Yeah,
it's
she's
still
bad.
like
That's a bad.
it's an animation, right? And also, Disney movies. Little girls growing up, they see Prince Charming. What
Oh
are
yeah, of
the
course. Oh,
what's like? What do girls look for in the
of
modern
course.
world? They look for their Prince
Tall.
Charming,
Yeah,
right?
blonde hair, blue eyes, white.
Yeah. So hentai is just an extension of this feeling. It's a deeper exploration of this idea that you can find human-like things attractive.
Daddy, chill. That's some crazy shit.
Yeah. So it's there's a negative stigma around hentai, but like it's not as crazy as it might come off initially.
Christian,
There's
you
a
sold
reason
me.
it was like that.
All right, it's okay. I'm getting the cocoa butter ready tonight.
You were
Let's
just
get,
waiting for a reason.
let's get two rolls of napkin, not just one, because this might be a very informative night. I might need to fully learn the ins and outs. You know, just test different subjects, different categories.
You know, I think it's gotten a little for me, like, and this is not like necessarily related to hentai, but hearing a woman speak Japanese is like becoming really hot to me, and it's like, damn. I mean, I don't want to fetishize the language, but goddamn, goddamn. Yeah, dude. If I were to find a woman who speaks like Frieren, oh brother,
That's
it's
it.
game over.
She
It's
doesn't
game
have
over
to-
for me.
It doesn't matter. Looks, brain, directions, aspirations in life. None of that matters.
You could be a VTuber. You know what VTubers are? I know
what
this.
that is.
We're still like somewhat related to the topic of anime. VTubers, it's these people who like. Okay, do you know what live streamers are?
I've heard of those.
Like
Yeah,
I kind of
know.
introduced you to like Kai Cenat, right? He's like the
yeah,
biggest
you sent me the
live
whole.
streamer.
I watched like 10 minutes of it because I was working. But sure, yeah, I saw it with
Yeah.
Kevin Hart, and that's
Yeah.
very cool.
So VTubers are live streamers, but they have these anime pictures that move their mouth whenever the actual person talks, right?
Oh.
So there's a VTuber, they're called VTubers, who just broke Kai Cenat's record for the most like money on Twitch as a live streamer. They are making insane amounts of money doing it. Like, we're talking a field that has now reached people on the caliber of Kevin Hart, right? One of the biggest entertainers in the world are taking notice of live streamers. And one of the biggest live streamers right now is a VTuber and someone who is basically an anime character persona. Like if you were to Google, what's her name? Iron Mouse, that's her name. If you Google Iron Mouse, you'll see what she looks like. And that's the face of one of the most popular entertainers in modern social media right now as a live streamer. And it's an anime girl, right? So that's saying so much about the anime industry. That's saying so much about how people fall in love. Because the reason she's so popular is because a lot of people like to be parasocial with these anime characters. And they like to think that it's an actual anime girl that's existing and talking to them. And like, it's so... anime is becoming so embedded in modern culture in a pretty wild way. It's insane, man. This is it's booming into something seriously big. So I love that shows like Frieren are one of like the front runners leading the charge, right? You got Attack on Titan. That's one of the biggest gateway drugs people have to anime. I got you into anime from Attack on Titan. That's how I get everyone into anime. I just show them Attack on Titan, boom. They get it. Like they'll immediately get it. But yeah, man.
Holy shit.
It's crazy.
I don't know if this is true, but apparently this person was diagnosed with an immune disorder that left her bedridden and isolated.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I think she is like wheelchair bound. Yeah, I saw a joke online that someone was saying that like we need to applaud that a black guy and a paraplegic are leading the modern Twitch stream or Twitch space. But it's it's crazy.
That's actually wow. I see, that's good. At the same time, people are so fucked up that as good as this is, that this person is this a woman?
Probably.
Puerto Rican American Twitch streamer. She is a founding member. I mean, yeah. Nowadays you don't know, but that's true. But yeah, this person as bad as life is for them, these diseases, these like physical obstacles, like, you know, putting yourself out there, having a lot of fans also come with haters. Like, I hope people can be mindful, because some people are just cruel with their comments.
Oh, dude, I mean, some people are despising the fact that an anime character is making so much money. Because the thing is, there's these things called subathons, where a streamer would just live stream for days and days without ever pressing stop on the end live stream. And that's one of the ways that they make the most money, because when people donate, that means it increases the timer. So once the timer ends, you stop the stream, and if it doesn't end, the stream keeps going. So that's the idea of a subathon. So she just had a subathon that ended like a couple days ago that broke Twitch records for the amount of money that people donated, and she took half of that money and is donating it to charity. And I'm pretty sure this is like, we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. I think that's what we're talking about here, because it's a big deal, because she broke Kai Cenat's record, and he was making unreal numbers. Like, he was making well, he was, because to have 100,000 people watching you live is the echelon of like the top of the top for like streamers. So he is able to pull in those kind of numbers, and Iron Mouse beat him in terms of like money that's being generated. So this is a pretty big thing that's going on right now with her. But of course that has a lot of people hating on it, because it's like, from the outside looking at it, it's like, why the fuck is this PNG pixel girl making more money than like a construction worker? You know, like, that's how a lot of people see it. There's a lot of people, they take issue with the fact that these modern forms of entertainment, they appear very easy. So if you show this to like somebody who's slaving away at a 9-to-5 job, doing something that they hate, making below average income, those are the kind of people that are gonna, understandably so, be like especially upset. But at the same time, it's like, these live streamers, they are selling their mental health being a content creator.
Yeah.
So it's a whole lot of stuff going on with that.
It's crazy shit. Dude, we've derailed.
But it still ties back to Frieren, though. Even though we derailed, it's still in the world of anime, and the impact of anime, and the impact of shows like Frieren. Because Frieren, it's such a fantastic story that it compels people to just think about it a lot, which as a byproduct causes them to just think more about anime. And then it evolves into things like VTubers, which is such a strong pillar in the modern social media live stream landscape. So it's all connected, in a way. There's strands that are connecting all of these things. Yeah.
Crazy shit, man. Well, happy to see it. The world of entertainment is diversifying, so that's good. Yes, the old lady. Oh shit.
That was a podcast worthy tangent, though. I think
it actually was.
Yeah.
It was all worth it, Christian. It was worth it. I can't remember where we were.
Yeah, kind of. Oh, you were talking about
the old lady.
Hentai.
They got through the MILF hentai. Yes. Let's leave hentai. That's too much shit. They make it to.
Shit, we're only halfway. Oh, goddamn. Oh, shit.
Oh, Christian, you did this. Yeah. So they make it to Vorig. Yay! And then they show us the map, which is so cool. This is only halfway through half of the journey. Why do I say that? Because they left Granat. At Granat, it was to go to Ende, but oh shit, Frieren, you need certification. Certification at Oberst. I gotta go to Oberst. So they're just halfway through Oberst. Which then when they get to Oberst, which is halfway through, to get the certification, then they can get back on the road to go to Ende, to the end of the world. So this is a sub-journey within a journey that's halfway through. So we got a long fucking way to go. And they meet Lord Orden. One of the 3 great families in the Northern Lands. Now, I understand the plan. You know, we're in a process of rebuilding. We've been hit vastly. The troops are heavily depleted, but the people need hope. They need to see that, the throne is intact, that sons are still here because they're futures, they're heirs. That's a sign of, we can do this. But what's the thing I'm trying to say here? The way he went about to do it was very straightforward, very quick, and for something that has happened recently, he was way too unemotional about it. Like I would have wept hard if I saw the exact replica of my son. I understand he's a king, yeah.
I think part of it is I don't know the name for it, but when people they suppress their feelings as a form of like trauma response. It's like I don't know. Do you know the name of what I'm talking about? It's like when you're so traumatized that you just shut down, but you shut down in a way that's like you start acting robotic. Does that make sense?
I guess you just grow numb, but
it's yeah. I mean, it's more powerful than just going numb. It's like you're deeply wounded, but your body is as like a defense mechanism. It's protecting you by turning off your emotions. So I think that's what's happening here, especially because we see in the end he like breaks down a little bit, like a month or so after the death.
Yes.
So I think he's like, all right, I don't have time to be emotional about this. I'm just gonna be robotic. You look like my son, act like my son. I'll pay you money because the people are relying on me right now. I don't have time to be emotional. I think that's where he's coming from.
I understand. No, that makes perfect sense. Teach him how to be noble, like how to be like royal-like, like of, like kings.
Soirée.
Yeah.
Soirée. How do you say that in French? Soirée.
What are you trying to say? What is soirée?
Soirée. It's like
soirée. Okay. Yeah. Soirée. Oh, that's what you're saying. Yeah, like the dance, like a ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really nice. It was nice to see. I like that they got to throw Frieren in there too, because hey, if Stark is having a hell of a time, let's throw a second guy in there to have a hell of a time. While Frieren and Sign were like cool. Like we didn't see them go through all that trouble. They dressed up, they sat down, they ate.
She's like, I'll eat cake.
I know.
That was so adorable, the way she said that.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing. Like, bro, we want to eat your cake, but it is what it is.
Damn, you're willing to. Do you eat ass?
No, Christian. Unfortunately,
I mean, if you did, I mean, shit.
Wait, I don't want to say like that way for people to be like, oh wait, he answered way too quick. Of course he does. Like no, unfortunately there are some things that just listen. We don't kink shame. That is true. We don't kink shame. But we're derailing heavily, so fuck it. Why not? But for a body part that's designed for things to come out of, and we're talking fecal matters coming out of, we're talking things that the body has broken down and rejected to come out of. I don't see why you would have to put a gun to my head. And I hope someone's not planning a fucking kidnapping thing and just like imagine we blow up someday and someone hear this, you're like, okay, I'm gonna kidnap this guy, put a gun in his head, and Ben.
Well, I mean, the main appeal is like it's a hole that you could finish inside of, and it's tight, right? So like that, what comes with that is just the sexualization of the butthole, which would cause you to want to like explore that a little more. It's like this dirtiness to it that makes it.
Man,
I haven't done it, but I wouldn't be opposed. I'm not gonna lie.
So I put my thumb.
As long as she's clean. Let me make sure I preface that you gotta be clean.
You pull up a white handkerchief and you put it in there and just take it back out and examine it.
Yeah, you better not have eaten for like a day. No, I'm kidding.
You better not have eaten for days. Christian, you have so much editing to do for this episode. I would not mind. Oh my goodness.
This does feel very podcasty, though.
This feels very podcasty, actually. Yeah. But aside from a few things, most things must remain. That's cool. But yeah, no, that is true. That's true. It's yeah, that's good. We've been having a blast lately, which is pretty cool. But it must come to an end because I gotta freaking go to sleep. But yeah,
you gotta go under that spell.
Under that spell. I love the correlation between Mutt and young Stark, but what the father should have done. It's like it showed us the road not taken for his dad. Like Lord Orden understand that Mutt is not ready, but he praises him on what he's accomplished so far and knows that someday he'll be a greater warrior. While Stark's dad just fucking crossed him out at the beginning. Like, yeah, he's weak. He's not gonna make it. We're done. Just like I like that. What you should have done was very nice. And for Mutt to even mention that, like when it comes to the heir, I know you need an heir. I can't stay because, of course, like my master, who I too, my last words with him weren't the kindness. I need to go back to him to let him know of my travels. At the same time, you have a heir here. You have an heir that's in the works also, so you should be fine. Yeah, it was very nice. It was a very cute ending. I like that he didn't take that road. Imagine if he stayed, the people left. Imagine if they start picking up people that get to the end of their journey because they only join their journey for their interests. Wait, yeah, okay. What I'm saying is not making sense, but we have Sign. Perfect example. Sign only joined because he's looking for his friend. Imagine Sign find his friend and Sign get off, or his friend join, or it's like that'll be pretty cool. But I'm down for whatever way they take it. So far, it's been freaking great. They leave Lord Orden, and they're just freaking chilling. I hope we didn't. Did we speed through some shit? Or did we cover everything?
I think we covered.
We covered more than everything, bro. We went from Frieren to eating ass to streamers. Bro, where do we go? Where do we go? This is an hour for a 23 minute episode, but it is what it is. Those are needed every now and then. I'm not editing anyway, so I don't care. But
damn, look at this. Unbelievable.
It's a hard life. Recklessness. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go to sleep. We're good.
All right,
All right. Bye.